we're going to go and find the standard deviation and the variance of this set of data here. So all of these values right here, they're the x values. So we have 4, 9, 12, 15, 6, and 5. We're also going to go and put it into the calculator. So in order to do that, go to Stat, go to Enter on Edit, and then if you had anything under L1, you would go up, Clear, and then Enter. And then we're going to type in the data. So we have 4, we have 9, we have 12, 15, 6, and 5. So once you do that, we want to go and find the x minus the x bar. But in order to do that, we need to go and find the mean of the data. In order to find the mean of the data, we would go and add all of these numbers, all of the x values, and divide it by the number of values that we have in the list. So that means that x bar would be equal to the sum of these divided by the number of values. So in order for the calculator to do that for us, go to Second and go to Quit. Then go to Second, go to Catalog, and then Catalog is on the 0. Then go to the M, so M is on that division sign, and then go to the mean. So go down to the mean, and then once you do that, press Enter. And we want to go and find the mean of our data that was under the L1 column. So we're going to go to Second, and then bring up the L1 by pressing the 1, and then close it off, and then hit Enter. So that's going to give us back 8.5. So x bar is equal to 8.5. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go and find the value minus the mean. And we're going to do this in the L2 column. So this one was under L1, and x minus x bar is going to be under L2. And we're going to go to Stat again, and then hit Enter on Edit to go back to the table. Go to the right side, go up to L2, and we're going to take the x values minus the mean. So the x values are under L1. So go to Second, go to the 1 to bring up the L1, minus the mean, and we found that the mean was equal to 8.5. So minus 8.5, and then hit Enter. So you'll get negative 4.5, 0.5, 3.5, 6.5, negative 2.5, and negative 3.5. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go and find the x minus the x bar squared. And on the calculator, we're going to be doing that on the L3 column. So the x minus x bar squared, it's taking what we knew before of x minus the x bar, which was the second column, and then it's going to go and square that. So under the L3 column, we're going to type in, so, or not on under, but on the L3 column, we're going to type in the L2, so second, and then the 2, to bring up the L2, and then squared, and then hit Enter. And that's going to bring up the x minus x bar squared column. So you type in, or write in, the 20.25, 0.25, 12.25, 42.25, 6.25, and 12.25. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go and find the sum of this column, the x minus x bar squared column, because the formula for standard deviation was s equals the square root of the sum of the x minus x bar squared divided by n minus 1. So the numerator of that column tells me to add that x minus x bar squared column. So we're going to have the calculator do this portion for us, the sum of the x minus x bar squared. So go to Second and go to Quit, because we're doing a calculation on one of the columns on the calculator. Always go to Second and go to Quit. Then we're going to go to Second and we're going to go to Catalog, and I'm going to tell the calculator find the sum for me. So then the fastest way of doing that is go to the T and go up to the sum. Not the summation, but the sum, and then make sure that you press Enter once you find the sum. And we're taking the sum of the L3 column. So go to Second and go to the 3 to bring up the L3, close the parentheses, hit enter, and that gives us back 93.5. So the sum, which is the numerator of that formula, is equal to 93.5. So replace the whole numerator with that 93.5. The denominator is going to be n minus 1, and the n is the number of values that we have in the list. And here, because we have 6 of them, that means n is equal to 6. So then we take 6 minus 1 in the denominator. 6 minus 1 gives me back a 5. So then on the calculator, go to second, go to the square root, and then type in the 93.5 divided by 5. So I'm not going to type in the 6 in there, or 6 minus 1. Hit enter, and that's going to give you back 4.3243, and there's a 4 after, so the 3 stays as a 3. If there was a 5 and above on the 5th value, then the 4th one would go up to a 4. So this answer for the standard deviation is 4.3243. And then for the variance, the formula for that is s squared equals, and then you just take the square of the previous answer. So on the calculator, just hit that caret button, or you hit the square, and it's going to take the answer and then squared. So hit enter, and that's going to give you back 18.7. So this is equal to 18.7.